We will either find a way or make one. Hannibal Barca, that's the famous Hannibal who fought the Romans for all those years, took elephants over the Alps. And that was Hannibal's dedication to what he saw as his job fighting the Romans. We will either find a way or make one. That should be your attitude in understanding, learning how to chart these markets. You can do this 10 to 15 minutes a day is all we ask. Let's jump into these charts. We see stocks down for the day, bonds and gold up. Check out how the week is starting off and moving with the S&P 500. We see the price percent oscillator still moving up. We see the derivative oscillator losing upward momentum. Green candle that, of course, is drawing here. That is important. We look at the 2-day chart and look, not enough energy to cross over going up. A red open box candle means a slowdown in the up movement. This is just the first day of the latest 2-day candle. We go, excuse me, to the 4-hour chart, and we can see where things started sliding off in the morning and then down in the afternoon on Tuesday. Again, we'll continue to watch, see what there is to see and learn here, but that we did not have that 2-day recross occur. It just did not happen on the 2-day chart. Could it happen tomorrow? It could. We'll wait and see if it does. Now, what about the NASDAQ 100, the Qs, the tech stocks? Booming up. Remember, it was up over, 2.5% yesterday? Well, down today about a little over 0.6%. We see the price percent oscillator nonetheless still heading up on the weekly chart. Derivative oscillator is flat. We go to the 2-day chart, and of course, it did cross over going up. So we have marked that, and we will go ahead and change the candle. Make sure we move that. This is how easy it is with TC2000, just to flip those candles around. The arrows around when the candles flip over, which is what we had happen with the price percent oscillator and the derivative oscillator flipping. So we see on that 2-day chart a green candle forming, even though it was a little bit of a down day. You'll see that up in the morning, then a pullback in the afternoon just below that 4-hour trend line. So we'll keep our eye closely on what's going on and how Wednesday wraps up that latest 2-day candle. We'll keep our eyes open, see what's going on there. That's where we are as far as stocks go. When we go to bonds, we see bonds up 1.41%, really swinging up. And of course, what do we see on the weekly chart? It crossed over going down all the way back on the week ending the 22nd of May, down for 2 hard weeks after that, and then sort of started tracking up. We have a red spinning top for this week. Indecision tending down. Price percent oscillator still heading down a little bit. Derivative oscillator negative, losing downward momentum. Go to the 2-day chart, and of course we see a green up candle. It crossed over going up. Back on the 26th, we've been waiting, thinking we might have a crossover going down. That has not occurred. So we'll continue to watch, see what there is to see there, what the market holds on Wednesday. We look at the half-day chart. It's trying to cross over going up, way up in the afternoon, started up in the morning, but not quite enough energy to cross over. We'll see what Wednesday holds for us when it comes to these charts. Now, lastly, we go to gold. And come on, I don't have the best of web connections here. Yes! It's already failed me once. I don't want to have to do the show a third time. What do we see going on when we look at gold? We see ourselves going into a 3rd week of up movement. Again, price percent oscillators trying its best to pull away from the red signal line. Derivative oscillator heading up. And again, gold up for the day, 0.63%. That is good to see. We go to the 2-day chart. And of course, we see things just running up that 2-day trend line. Price percent oscillator heading up. Derivative oscillator gaining upward momentum. And on that half-day chart, again, things continuing to track up nicely. up in the morning, further up in the afternoon, popping outside the Bollinger Bands. And of course, we had that crossover in the morning on the the half day. I've got to get used to saying that. I've said the 4-hour chart for so long, the 195-minute half day chart, which is much more accurate because the market isn't open 4 hours a day. That's where we are when it comes to gold, and our weekly vertical crossovers doing nice in gold. Where we are on 20-year bonds and stocks. For those of you who are interested in the Accelerated Market Mastery course, you're just about out of time. If you've been accepted and haven't paid yet, we're about to close out those accounts and open it up to the people that are waiting in line behind you. And again, if you are interested, I'll be doing the last few interviews on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Let us hear from you. Follow the link in the show notes. Write us cw@chartingwealth.com. I'll set up about a 30-minute interview or so to see if you're right for the course and if we can open it up to you. And we'll try to make that happen if it works. That's where, and again, link in the show notes for that. Thank you again for all the book orders. Let's jump into Bitcoin. Up for the day, just barely 0.10%. Now we look at the weekly chart in Bitcoin, and we can see that it is weakening. Price percent oscillator heading down, derivative oscillator losing upward momentum. Look at the 2-day chart. We can see where the price is sliding, but that price percent oscillator still going down, derivative oscillator still negative. We want to see a crossover going up on that 2-day chart. It's just not happening at this point. We do see the 4-hour chart still trying to track up, but we've got to have more action. We need to see a 2-day recross so that that weekly chart can continue heading up instead of down like it is now. So that 2-day we want to cross over, or there's going to be enough negativity that it'll pull the weekly chart over going down. So again, that would give an opportunity at that point to do a practice trade shorting Bitcoin. So we'll continue to watch, see what there is to see there. Go back to the weekly chart, check out real estate. Hammering down today about 2%. Now we look at the weekly chart, and of course it's trying to form a green, well, it is forming a little green up candle. Price percent oscillator's lost a little bit of its energy, derivative oscillator devolving. 2-day chart, we can see where the price percent oscillator is pulling away from the red signal line, a red down candle forming. Again, remember this is just the first day of the latest 2-day candle. Sometime in holidays will screw those kinds of things up for us. We see the 4-hour chart down in the morning, further down in the afternoon. So again, we'll continue to wait and see how real estate is going to sort itself out. We were hoping for a 2-day recross, but it just did not occur. Now, lastly, we go to black gold. That is oil. It was down for the day 0.59%. Now, remember, we had that weekly vertical crossover at the end of last week going up. Had an up day on Monday, a little bit of a down day today. We have a little green candle trying to form there. Go to the 2-day chart. It's still trying to track up. We have a red open box, means a slowdown in the up movement. We'll continue to keep our eye on things. Look at that 4-hour chart. Up in the morning and then lost some in the afternoon. Indecision tending down. So keep your eye on USO. We'll see how well that weekly vertical crossover is going to work for us there. Folks, that's where we are as we end the day on Tuesday. Go into Wednesday. Thank you again for all the book buyers, Patreon members. Don't forget, we have that Patreon call tomorrow. That is Wednesday, 12:30 Eastern Daylight Time. You have an email from me, all active Patreon members. Check it out. It gives you all the call-in instructions, and we're glad to have you with us. If you have any questions for our special training, go ahead and send those in. Any ETFs or stocks that are of particular interest that we might look at for you. Again, this is not trading advice, it's educational advice, but we're happy to talk with you about your practice trades. And again, more information on Accelerated Market Mastery, follow the link in the show notes, write us for an interview, cw@chartingwealth.com. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.